Good morning. It's Pastor Mark McDonald with First United Methodist Church of Batesville, Arkansas. I'm glad to be with you for our first devotional of the new year, and I have a plan that I want to invite you into. This week, I'm going to be doing the devotional on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday mornings. I hope you'll join me for those, but I'm starting a daily devotional guide next week. This week's going to be an introduction to that. So I want to invite you to order this book. Either go buy it at a Christian bookstore if you're near one, or find it wherever you can. It's called Experiencing God. Now, this is an older copy. It's a large workbook. I want you to order the workbook. There are also books out there that you can order, but it's by Henry Blackaby and Claude King. You can see there. The subtitle is Knowing and Doing the Will of God, and that's why I picked it. Knowing and Doing the Will of God. As we come to this point in our lives in which the pandemic is starting to near the end, and we have some hope, but we still need caution in the midst of that hope, we're looking for a new way, a new life, a new beginning. And so I want to start this devotional together next week. That gives you some time to order it. As we start this devotional book together and do a daily Bible study of sorts during our devotionals, I hope that you will understand what this is for. We're making New Year's resolutions. We're looking for a new beginning at the end of the pandemic. We're looking for new ways to be the church, new ways to get together constantly. It's been a challenging year. But ultimately, the question that I think we are called to ask is, how do we know and do the will of God? Now, I'm going to share with you today just one passage for you to think of. In John chapter 14, Jesus said this, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." Now, I'm going to break that down next Thursday morning as well, this coming Thursday morning. But I want you to hear that the way, the truth, and the life. The way means that Jesus is inviting us to follow in his footsteps. The more we learn about Jesus, the more we find out that he studied the Old Testament, the more that he learned to reach out to those who are less fortunate, to stand up for those who are suffering and struggling, and brought healing into the world. We know something about the calling that we have to follow in the footsteps of Jesus, is to see him as the way. The truth is the second phrase that he uses there. The truth means doing the right thing. In the middle of the pandemic, we know that part of that's been wearing a mask and washing your hands and watching your distance. But we also know that there are greater issues in that. It's about doing justice, but it's also about loving unconditionally. It's about showing grace and mercy. It's about showing people that there is a better way. So the way, the truth, and the life, that third word teaches us about God's hope for us, that we can have life, and as the scriptures say in John, and have it abundantly. That life is what we are called to. It's not that just that we do the right things and we win a place in heaven. It's that we are alive today and alive forevermore in joy and grace and mercy and hope and strength. So the way, the truth, and the life, those are our words for this day. How can we follow the footsteps of Jesus, do the right things, and live life like we've never lived it before? Come back on Thursday. We're going to unpack this scripture some more. Order your book, Henry Blackaby, Knowing and Doing the Will of God. It's called Experiencing God. And make sure that you join us for daily devotions. I'm excited about this year, that we don't just make resolutions, but that we make life come alive. I hope that you have a blessed today, and of course, that you are a blessing.